What's up, everybody? PG Braun here, president of Blackstone Labs, and I'm here with Marissa DaCosta.
Hi.
My love. And this is the second time now that we are doing a cooking video for you guys. You guys like the first one on the cookies so much. I actually have some of them over there. And we have a new flavor of fast food coming out by the time you see this video, actually. And it is birthday cake. We're super excited about it. And this is a really hot flavor right now. We've been making these protein pancakes with our current fast food, the chocolate peanut butter. They're delicious, but the birthday cake is like an ideal flavor to do pancakes with. So I decided that I was gonna have Marissa show you guys how we do it. Let's see if she remembers all the measurements and macros this time. So show us how it's done, babe.
Okay, so first I like to put everything in the bullet to mix it all up. So
also, this is so new that we don't even have a full one yet, but we have our samples of it. So
all right, so it calls for a cup of egg whites, so we're gonna measure here. Have to be precise because PJ is right there. All right,
I'm also heating up the pan right now.
Okay, and then a half a cup of almond milk.
Why do you do almond milk?
Because it's healthier.
Does it matter if they do sweetened or unsweetened?
This is actually unsweetened because I like to watch my sugar intake, so.
Does that make a big difference if you use the almond milk?
I mean, I've never tried it with like regular milk or anything, so.
This is a lot better than a lot of these healthy bullshit protein pancakes that I see people making with egg whites and stuff all the time.
All right, so this recipe calls for one scoop of this, but we're gonna do 2.
And you guys, depending on what your caloric needs are, whether you're dieting really hard or if you're trying to just gain weight, you can use more scoops of the fast food. That's the beauty of the fast food. It can be used as a mass gaining shake. You just do more scoops of it.
We've actually never tried this flavor, so this is exciting.
Actually, we have tried this.
Well, yes, but not like the actual, we sampled it.
Way to screw up the video, babe.
Sorry.
Now everyone's gonna think we're liars. We like to use the magic bullet, but if you don't have one, if you don't have the magic bullet, it's no big deal. You can even do this in a shaker cup if you want.
You can put it in a bowl and just mix it, honestly.
All right, so I actually started heating up the pan, and I don't put the pan too high when I'm making pancakes because you don't want to burn the outside and then have it be all weird in the middle. So I usually put it around like 6, like medium heat, 6.5. You're handing me the pan, thank you. And then of course, you spray the pan with pan first so we don't stick. And then when I do these pancakes, now if you wanted, you could coat the whole pan thin and do like a crepe out of it. We've done that also, but for the sake of this, we're gonna make this, we're gonna start out by, so the consistency of this, I can already tell you, is not how it was last time. And so I am gonna actually make a crepe out of this. So change of plans.
I think we made a crepe last time too.
This is like thinner than it was last time. So we're gonna make a crepe. No big deal. Sometimes you gotta improvise when you're cooking. And the thing with crepes is that it's actually so thin that it's gonna cook really fast.
Yeah.
Now when you're making a crepe, you can actually put whatever you want, like filling inside it. Depending on, again, what your caloric needs are. You could put ice cream inside it if you really wanted to.
You put what, peanut butter? Right?
Peanut butter is what she likes to do. You could put fruit inside it.
You know what I actually usually do is take the protein powder and make like a paste, and I put it in the middle as like a protein spread. It's really good. I just mix it with the protein powder with water and make it almost like a pudding. Spread it on. You've seen me do that before.
All right. So This is going to be very challenging.
You can do it.
Because this is not how I wanted it to be. I wonder if part of it is this pan.
Well, we used a smaller pan last time too.
Now here's the deal, guys. If you've made pancakes before, you understand the flip is very important. However, it's going to be brutally difficult to get a proper flip with the enormous size of this crepe, as we're calling it.
And it's very thin.
It's very, very thin. Now, there's no pan, of course. So what you can do here, guys, is you can just flip this like so, right? And that sort of looks like an omelet, but the heat is going to cook that right through. And now you have basically an unfilled crepe. And the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to try to get a better pour on this next one. But you can still put peanut butter, whatever else you want on top of that to hit your caloric needs. So let's try this again now. We're going to try this again.
It smells good.
I think that we
used a smaller pan. You want me to try that?
No, I think that we probably did use a smaller pan.
What are you doing?
Nope, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. As you can see, I'm thrown off by how this came out. I think that we used less of something last time. Because it was thicker last time, but that's all right, guys. We're keeping it real. Now you know this is real. I also think that this pan is not the right pan because it's not doing what I want it to do at all. All right, so interesting how I poured it in the center and it's not staying in the center, but that's okay. Again, this is live television, folks. This is real.
Do you want me to try to
well, I want them to be able to see the flip. So
make it a little thick?
no, I think that it was a different pan that we used last time, guys. Use a smaller pan and it'll be easier to flip.
It's better, yeah.
But you're gonna see now what the actual pancake version of it looks like. So guys, one thing that you can look for when you're making pancakes, pretty simple, is, and it's a lot different when you're not cooking with flour, but once you start seeing these little bubbly guys coming through, that's how you know that it's cooked on the other side. So this pan is hotter here, as you can see, than it is over here. Now, what I do sometimes is I just move the pan around a little bit just to get it more even on the burner. Now what I'm gonna do now is just flip that over. And that is a perfect pancake, although it is not shaped completely round.
That was a good one.
Now you don't have to let it sit on there too long, just 10-15 seconds or so because of how thin these are, and you'll be cooked all the way through on that side, and you'll see I'll flip it back over the other way. Boom. So we'll try another one now. So sometimes what I also do is I take the pan off because it'll start to get too hot and it'll burn. I'm actually going to turn this, I just turned it up. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Do you ever do this part, babe?
Never.
Why?
Actually, I have once.
How'd it go?
Great. But actually, you told me to step aside and can you handle it? No, he usually does all the, I mix everything and he usually cooks it. So
this is a weird pan, and we actually don't normally use this pan. We use this pan because the other one was looking pretty beat up, and for the sake of the film, I wanted a better looking pan. But we should have used the one that we always use because this one is uneven and it's not staying in the center. So my pancakes are ugly, but they're still gonna taste the same. So if you guys are making this just for yourself, it's pretty easy to figure out the macros versus if you're breaking it down for two people, especially if you're gonna make an uneven amount of pancakes. Now, if you're making it for yourself, you just know from the start what you're getting, because the way that we're doing it is you got 25 grams of protein from the egg whites. And if you're using 1 scoop of fast food, that's 10 grams of protein and 20 grams of carbs. There's 5 grams of fat. We used 2 scoops, so obviously you double that. And we got one more. Maybe we'll go back to the crepe on this one. So if I was making this for myself, guys, this would be a pretty good meal for me. I would have my 45 grams of protein here, 40 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat. It's a pretty balanced meal. And I honestly like them just plain, but you can put some syrup on it. I use real syrup. I use fat people syrup. I don't use any of that fake syrup that all you guys eat, the sugar alcohols, all the different flavors you have. I actually use Aunt Jemima syrup. I love Aunt Jemima. She's been making really good syrup for a long time. I don't go away from her. I like the one that has the butter flavor in it also, by the way. Now I do eat healthy when it comes to butter. I use butter spray. That's where I watch my calories. I use the butter spray.
I can't believe it's not done.
Yes. Like I said, you can add whatever you want to these. You can put all natural peanut butter. You can use regular peanut butter. You can do fruit. There's really no wrong thing that you can do when you're making a pancake, unless you're trying to eat as ultra clean as possible. In which case, you could actually make these with three-way, or you could make them with our isolation also. Then you're just keeping all the. I'm gonna go for a flip with this one. It's gonna be a big pancake. See that? I freaking did it. I actually worked as a line chef in college. I didn't actually. I was completely lying, but I thought I would make the video look a little bit better. I could have just left that. People would believe it. All right. See how easy that was, guys? Watch this. You okay? What happened? You just got scared? All right, so look, very simple. That took like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
And so now,
You want to taste it?
like I said, where's my fake butter? Boom. I use I can't believe it's not butter. You don't have to worry about the calories there. But this is a really clean meal, guys. And do we have syrup? Oh, there we go. Aunt Jemima, like I said. So this is where you can just completely destroy a clean meal with your macros. Because if you look on the back of this, a quarter of a cup, which I probably use a cup when I do it, a quarter of a cup, guys, if you look at this, is actually 52 grams of carbs. And a quarter of a cup is not that much. So just to give you some perspective, where's my measuring cups? Here's my measuring cups. I actually did this the other day because I was curious of how much syrup I used, and I found out I use a lot more than I realized. So this is a quarter of a cup right here. So let's fill this up, right? And if these were mine, that would be your limit right now. Now, most of you know, as you're eating pancakes, the syrup somehow just miraculously disappears as you're eating it, and you have to keep putting more and more on. So if you can keep it like that, you're at 52 grams of sugar right there. And there's no way you're eating less than that. It's just not worth eating it if you're not gonna put all that syrup on it. So that's where you can really screw it up. So if you wanna watch your calories, then you can't eat those fake syrups that everybody eats. What's that company that makes all the fake syrups? You probably know. Walden Farms, they got all sorts of fake syrups for you guys if you want to ruin your meal. I know people love it. Really? Are we gonna try this now?
Yes.
Let's see how it is with the birthday cake. So, to be completely truthful, we've only made this with chocolate peanut butter. It's actually really freaking good.
I told you. I want to crave this one.
The birthday cake, actually, I will say, now that I've done it like this, because I've been doing the chocolate peanut butter, and I'm more of a chocolate peanut butter guy, this is made for pancakes.
Yeah, that one's, I think that one's better. I like that flavor better with the recipe.
Oh.
This is it, guys.
There you go.
This is the flavor.
That's how you make, in 10 minutes, birthday cake fast food. Which is made, by the way, guys, in case you haven't been paying attention all this time, off of all real food. It's just powdered, pulverized real food. Way, way better than using these mass gainers and things that are just loaded with bullshit. Right, babe?
It's very good.
Go on, say anything to everybody?
Good job. Great job.
What else can we cook?
Anything.
Well, we have to cook with Blackstone products, though.
I don't know. I'll come up with something.
All right.
What do you guys want? Tell us.
Put the pressure on her for her to come up with something
I'll
else.
figure out something. I'm not Betty Crocker, but I'll try my best.
All right, guys. If you like the cooking stuff, please let us know. Comment below. Tell us on Instagram. You guys really liked the cookie one. So if you like these, we'll keep doing them. They're fun for us, and we try to wear like somewhat matching outfits when we do it, which I think is pretty cute. Right? Peace out, bye.